So I says, yo, haha, it's all in the words.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Who's this? Um, I'm on Second Life, and I just logged in. I had some things that I wanted to talk about, but I want to respond to this message. It's like I got a lot of people that's on my friend list, and most of them I don't communicate with, and so I gotta weed out the folks that I fuck with, or the folks that are fucking with me, and the folks that are not. So what we do on here, we either say that we cutting cards, or unfriending, and I cut her card too soon, so since she responded to my greeting, I'm gonna ask her to friend me back. But I remember back in the day, you would have a little black book, or just a little, notepad. Keep all your phone numbers in it, and that's how we got down. It, you go through it, and you find out that there's a lot of people that you're not fucking with no more, or just the opposite. They're not fucking with you no more. And you gotta scratch them off your page, or the page or whatever they're on. And so yeah, that's how we used to get down. But I was watching um this interview on First We Feast. It's hot ones. And what it is 10 different hot sauces that start from, some like a hot sauce that you can handle, and then it takes it to, hotter sauces. So while the celebrity is chewing. Sean, he's the host. He'll ask questions. He's very good, like journalist wise. And so it's some things that was said, that Queen Latifah said, that was cool. I can't really think of them right now, but I think what influenced me to make this video was, she was like, Jesus, take the wheel, Lord, do your thing, stuff like that, right? And so I personally don't do the religion thing, and I wonder why other people do. But tonight, I sat there and I was like, okay, so actually it's about, in my thoughts, it's about like how I keep asking folks to find a mentor, because there's no excuse for anyone to not feed on positivity. No, I don't want to say it like that. There's no excuse for someone to say that no one taught them anything, or that no one motivated them, or that no one was in their lives. It's like at some point a person has to, it's like if you're not sure of something, then you got to ask questions. And if you don't have like family, then you have to go and try to find this information one way or another. And so when I think about a person having a mentor, it's kind of like having someone that you can go to when you need that type of help. And so when she was calling on Jesus, I was like, huh. As in, I don't know why she would be calling on Jesus, but for some people, that's where their comfort zone is. And so I can't hate on that. As far as having a mentor, I could see where the Bible has some valid points when it comes down to morals, ethics, some things that we just shouldn't do to ourselves or to other people. And so I still hear that echoing in my mind for someone to be like, "Ooh, Lord," you know, to which I thought was that whole thing of saying the Lord's name in vain type of thing. You know, looking kind of sharp. Sharp enough. And so, anyway, I don't want to say what a person should or should not do. Life is about growth, but when people are getting motivation from somewhere, then it's like, I guess I can't be too upset that they're, going towards the religious side, even though I'm just like, religion really didn't do us. And when I say us, I'm talking about all the people who have struggled and knew something about religion. I don't think the Jesus thing did us too well. And let me explain it with this example. If you go and if you talk to people who lived in the mountains and they didn't have traditions, much like the people around the world, they don't have religion, much like the people around the world, they speak of their ancestors. They speak of talking with their ancestors when they need advice, when they are celebrating, when they're going through something. And they say they do this because their ancestors are the ones that can really relate to them. And see, that would make sense. It's like they say, there's nothing new under the sun. Well, the things that we're going through are very similar to the things that our ancestors had gone through. So, since the Bible tells a story of what this Jesus person had gone through, then it's like, did he really, live a life like we aren't, or like we have? It's just an unsolved mystery. Even though you got people that die for this religion, I just sit back and I'm like, man, there's too many there's too many loops loopholes for everything to be such a solid source of information or encouragement or whatever a person is using religion for. You know, when I was young, I was on the fence about religion. And when I say young, it's my teenage years. Actually, I think it was more than my teenage years. I think it was um um I can't remember when I started questioning the whole idea of what religion was, but it was young because it made no sense. Because it's like, for this person to be religious at everything that the Bible is saying they should be like, it's like this person most definitely is not being like what the Bible says. And it could be confusing. It could be very confusing. And so I just hope that when folks are reflecting on life or just having a conversation, I hope they take the time to question, like, who are they talking to? It's like a lot of people just speak out loud without knowing who they're talking to and how offensive they may be to that person. So I think that just sums up, everything that I got in me that triggered this whole conversation. Because it's like, she may not know how offended I might have been, but most definitely I was like, I felt the way, about her saying out loud, Jesus take the wheel, being so playful about it. It's like, for real, I couldn't be so playful. Not when it comes down to something that's supposed to be so serious. I guess, I'm a hypocrite at times. No, fuck it. I'm a hypocrite. And I know I contradict myself. And I don't want to pretend like I'm not, fucker. And so, ass. And so when I talk, I want you to realize that I'm being a real person. And the reason why I had to say that is because I still gotta take my time and watch what I say. And I don't rehearse what I'm going to say in a video. I just set the scene and start recording. For me, it's therapeutic. I might be talking to myself, but there's this thing that I learned from therapy, and it was sometimes you want to go and talk to the person that you're having a problem with, and sometimes the things you want to say may not come out the way that you really wanted them to come out. So the best thing to do is to write out the things that you wanted to say, and usually you'll find out that the things that you really wanted to say needed some type of correction, or one or two words, could have been skipped or should not have been said, that type of thing. So I I'm really hoping that, one, if we need help, hope that we find the people that we can get help from that are not going to throw it up in our faces later. You know what I'm saying? I hate that shit. It's kind of like asking that person, or it makes me want to ask that person, like, why are you throwing it in my face? No, it's not that. It's like, did you really do this sincerely? You know what I'm saying? Because if you do something sincerely, you shouldn't really throw it in a person's face afterwards. That fucks me up. I'm like, man, I don't do that. So I wonder why somebody would do it to me. And if it's somebody that I know, that I'm like, don't you know me well enough to know that, if I'm not doing it to you, why would you do it to me? Type shit. You know what I'm saying? The whole golden rule type thing. But it is what it is. And there's not much more that I could say about it. And as far as, this whole thing about religion, not everybody takes the conversation of religion and think about it. They just stick to their own point of view, and they really don't want anybody else, or they really don't want to hear anybody else's opinion, especially when they, damn it, will disagree with them. So, only thing I can do to you, or only thing I can say to you right now, is to check out my what do you call it? Anyway, I forgot what you call it. But this is what I say. I want you to question everything that I'm talking about. I want you to do some research on the topics that I'm talking about. I'd also like for you to form your own opinion about the things that I'm talking about. And most importantly, I want you to share the things that I'm talking about Oh no, what I'm talking about and what you had come up with. The reason why I think you should share it is because you never know when somebody else had thought about what you're thinking of at this point in time, and they may not have anyone else to talk to about it. So it's like you never know who you could be helping if you share your opinions with other people. And it's crazy that I say that because sometimes people who share their opinions like all the time, it's like I look at them, I'm like, you always got something to say. You know what I'm saying? It's like if it's not one thing, it's another. You don't keep shit to yourself. You just gotta say it, no matter how it sounds or whatever. You say what's on your mind type shit. You know what I'm saying? So yes, most definitely, I think we should still be, tactful on how we voice our opinions. I'm lucky because when it comes down to this, a person chooses to click onto my videos, and it's not my fault. You know what I mean? So a person had to be accountable for clicking on my video and get the response that they're getting. Because it's like, you can't be mad at me because I think the way that I think. And you can't blame me for the mood that you're in. Because, you clicked on the video and you chose to write it out and listen to me, whether you disagree or not. But I'm gonna get off the air, and I think that explains why, when Queen Latifah, she was like, Jesus, take the wheel. It's like, really? I don't know. I guess I've seen it so much to where, it just got me to where I'm talking about it. I know I've talked about it before, but, right now I'm really like, really? Really? Somebody else is gonna sit up here and just say something not knowing how they're gonna affect somebody else. So anyway, I'm gonna get off the air, and I hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good night, and hope you have a good morning. Peace.